Do you think technologies will emerge to commercialize nuclear fusion energy? Nuclear fusion energy is a new energy system with high efficiency and environmental friendliness by fusing multiple energy sources. Currently, research and development of nuclear fusion energy technology is being actively carried out as the need for energy transformation is emerging around the world. Indeed, some countries are already investing heavily in technological development to commercialize nuclear fusion energy, and it is likely to be commercialized in more countries through future technological advances. However, as fusion energy combines various energy sources, there are technical difficulties, and there are problems such as economic feasibility and stability. Therefore, for nuclear fusion energy to be commercialized, not only technological development but also policy support and economic benefits must be considered. But is it possible to keep it above 100 million degrees at room temperature? There is currently no technology that maintains more than 100 million degrees at room temperature. This is because, according to the second law of thermodynamics, the movement of heat always moves from high temperature to low temperature, which is a natural law to overcome the imbalance of energy. So it's thermodynamically impossible to keep it above 100 million degrees at room temperature. However, some high-temperature processes can be carried out efficiently by utilizing technology that utilizes the faster heat transfer as the difference between high and low temperatures increases. For example, power plants using high-temperature gases or industries using high-temperature reactions use technology to maintain high temperatures. In addition, technology using ultra-high-temperature plasma is also being studied. Plasma is a different state from the usual solid, liquid, and gaseous states, which allows some high-temperature processes to be carried out while maintaining high temperature and high energy. However, technological and economic issues still remain to be addressed before this technology is commercialized. If successful, could an era of almost infinite energy come? To date, there is no technology that can produce almost infinite energy. However, fusion technology using plasma is one of the technologies that enables almost infinite energy production. Nuclear fusion releases enormous amounts of energy in the process of combining two light nuclei to form a heavy nucleus. This can be used to generate electricity in the power plant. However, there are still challenges to be solved before commercializing fusion technology. One of these challenges is technology to keep plasma stable. Plasma is produced at very high temperatures and pressures, and very precise and complex control techniques are required to keep it stable. Also, building and operating a fusion power plant requires a very large cost. Therefore, until fusion becomes commercialized, it is expected to be time-consuming and costly, with the exception of several large-scale projects. So, if nuclear fusion is commercialized, an era of almost infinite energy could be opened, but its arrival is still in the distant future. Even if such a technology is successful, if a fusion power plant is destroyed by a nuclear attack, wouldn't its explosive power bring disaster to mankind? That's right. If a fusion power plant explodes, it can create a very large explosive force, which can cause great disaster for mankind. For this reason, when building fusion power plants, safety must be considered as the top priority. The risk of nuclear fusion power plants being destroyed is different from fission power plants. In the case of fission plants, not only explosive power but also radioactive materials are likely to be leaked. Nuclear fusion power plants, on the other hand, are less at risk from radioactive contamination because they do not use radioactive materials. However, the destruction of nuclear fusion power plants is still a very dangerous situation. Therefore, research and technical development on the safety of the design, construction, operation, and disposal of fusion power plants are required. It is also important to raise awareness of safety by operating and communicating nuclear fusion power plants with the community.